Hey everybody. So, Redstone. After many versions, this is version 10 of Redstone, I've completely rewrote the code. Um, so before I was trying to just use the default game API and run with that, but that doesn't work. That performance is extremely bad. So, I have devised something. When you modify Redstone, let's see, where is the beginning? Here it is. When you modify Redstone, it will collect the information of all the redstone in the area. It will check through sources, which are redstone torches, and it just goes through everything and puts it into an index. And then the game's always watching for that index. It does the calculations and it sets everything. Then it clears the index and it searches again for somebody else to do something. So the actual calculation is, I'm not even sure how to explain this. Basically, we have our temporary table. We separate our dust out in the temporary table and zero out everything. So essentially we have a little map of the redstone, and then we get our power sources. And if our power sources fail, that there's no power source connected to the redstone wire, it doesn't do anything. So essentially that'll just zero it out. And then if there is an index of a torch in the line, what it does is it goes here and it pathfinds through all the redstone. I call it pathfinding, but essentially it's just spreading data. So what happens when that happens? So this keeps returning recursively, returns the temp table. It finally returns it out and dumps it into this. We also have a starting source number of 9, which is the level that the torch is at, and then it dumps down to level 8 because the wire starts at level 8. So essentially what happens is this will go through every torch and it'll check everything, and then it will combine those two data values of 2 inputs, 3 inputs. You can have infinite inputs as long as your computer can handle the code, and it runs pretty fast. So what we do here is, this is a jumbled mess, so I can index everything, and that actually starts right here. I have the index, and so what I do is I have that jumbled index. I have to recursively go through everything, and then what I have to do is vectorize it so Minetest's engine can understand what's going on, and I dump that in, and now from that data we get the level, and the level is added on to the end. So let me just show you real quick. And I am so happy I finally got this done. And yes, it is a full around. I kind of want to change that, but my brain is like destroyed. It's extremely performant, like it's crazy. You can just add on. Every time I add on, what's happening, these pigs are going crazy. Every time you modify this section right here, this essentially recalculates. So what's happening is when I place this down, and it happens instantly, it's crazy, because it's held in a local table and it's all local calculations. So nothing else is affected. And what's happening is, even if I'm over there, it will search through everything. Okay, there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Alright, it comes over here, and here's a power source. Alright, so all of a sudden this table is 0. So for a split second, and it doesn't show up because it happens instantly, this gets zeroed out, and then this starts to pathfind from this section. It goes, okay, we need to lower this, we need to lower this, we gotta lower this. Alright, you just if you want to modify it, you just do that. As you can see, it is literally instant. It's crazy fast. And if I just remove the torch, no more power source. As you can see, it appears that it kind of like fades. And if I go back to my menu, let me turn off mip mapping so this is actually easier to see. It looks like it surges through, but it's happening instantly. The only reason that appears to be like that is because the client itself needs to update all those nodes, and it has to do it one at a time. So, as you can see, literally instant. There's no performance. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. I did not want to redo this recording, but I will turn down the volume. As you can see, I'm actually like 95% sure this is faster than Miscon's calculations. I can't even explain how fast it is. I'm also going to make it even faster. I'm doing set node. What I'm going to do instead of the set node is I'm going to index the minimum location, because working with integers and arrays is a lot faster than trying to index the map in memory, because the map is so cluttered in the memory versus just using numbers, which is just ones and zeros, versus like 32-bit integers, blah blah blah, stuff like that. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, I'm going to use the voxel manipulator, get the minimum value, and then get the maximum value. And I'm going to take the X and Y, and I'm going to go through it and update it in the voxel manipulator so it happens even faster. So I'll do that later on. Right now I've been working on this for like 4 or 5 hours, and what this is going to enable essentially is for more creativity. The only real limitation is for the ability to go far off in the distance. If you want to create absolutely massive stuff, I'm going to have to modify the system files, or the files that change your game's configuration and the server's configuration, to allow for changing of nodes to be farther away, so we can have stuff like 16-bit computers. So now that this is so efficient, oh yeah, this is another thing I wanted to show you. It's dynamic. As you can see, those values change. If I can show it a lot easier if I do this. Let's see a little bit closer. So it's a dynamic value. When I remove that torch, it's telling the code or the function or the whatever you want to call it, the method, to update. Just update everything. And you can see the mobs don't lag, they don't do anything. It's I cannot express how happy I am with this code. Like, it's insane. So what I'm going to work on with this code for future references is I'm gonna create a door. I'm gonna make pistons. I'm gonna try to make pistons. Pistons are gonna be interesting to do. I'm gonna make the entity for the piston, like the actual arm, the actuator. Use move 2 so that it's nearly instant, but it also has the nice look to it, and this pig wants to be in the video. And I'm gonna make it push items and players, push nodes, and just all this good stuff. This enables me to do a whole bunch more things. One major thing that I wanted to talk about was since this uses an 8-bit data value, this enables the use of comparators and crossovers and locks and stuff like that. You can throw more items onto a pressure plate and have a stronger value, so you have to throw a certain amount of items, or you can throw a certain item onto a pressure plate. Like, I can have the ores like coal, iron, gold, diamond. Basically, the higher the rarer the item is, the higher the output would be. I can make a weighted scale like that, something like that. You can activate doors with this, etc., etc. And it's really nice. It's really nice. It's like this is like one of the biggest breakthroughs I've ever had with this game, so I'm like super impressed that I can't stop rambling about it. So if you want to try it out, the link is in the description, and I will be posting this on the forum so that you guys can see. And yeah, so hope you guys have fun with it. I can't wait to put in new stuff for this to activate. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.